Hey guys, outside of the layout room today, what am I working on, you might wonder? Well, about a year or so ago, I got a hold of these trees on clearance, these Christmas trees, and I saw someone post it on the Facebook page, for these trees, for these holiday village trees, they're pretty cool. Now this is probably a little big for N scale, but you're gonna have some big trees out there. And I know there's people that make them out of Sisal and they make their own, and that's great. It's a great opportunity, and but these I found on clearance, and I'm just going to try to do a little something with them. Now, if you're doing the winter scene, they come with this white flocking on already, which is great. I mean, you can see here, I've taken some of the flocking off on this one already, just to see how it goes. But and it's working pretty well, and I'll show you the technique in a second. But it comes with this white flocking. So unless you've got a high mountain or you've got a winter scene, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Now, you can go out here and rip it off and pull it off, but then you run the risk of pulling some of the threads out, and pretty soon you're going to have a threadbare tree, and you don't want to do that either. So let me take a second and show you what it is I'm doing to get rid of that, and then we'll see how this turns out as we move along. All right, and we're back here on the table outside here. Now, as I said, you've got these nice little trees already made up. I got these at Hobby Lobby last year, I believe, with a 40% off coupon. They were about, I want to say, maybe $3 for a 3-pack of these. But now, as you see, you get this clumping, this flocking here, and quite frankly, it's a flocking mess if you're not doing snow on your tree. Well, the thing is, getting it off, you could pick at it, but like I said, you have that opportunity of pulling out some of the threads. So what I did is I went over to a pet store. I think it was Walmart, or maybe it was PetSmart, and I got this cat brush, flea brush thing, whatever, that's for softening the cat's fur. It's got this nice thick wire. It's ridged enough. It's got just enough give so you're not breaking anything. But I just take this tree here, and now I begin to do this. Now, you're not going to get every speck off, but like I said, you look at these clumps here, there's a big chunk of maybe 6 or 7 of those little sisal stems that are stuck together. Well, now you go through it with this brush and you loosen some of it up to the point where you can even get it off. You might have to pick some of the bigger chunks off, but this brush, and like I said, you won't get 100% of them. Some of these are on there pretty good, and like I said, you don't want to wreck it, but you can see how much dust I'm kicking up of this flocking spray, and I want to get it off of here. So again, you just want to go through gently but firmly. I'm getting some of the dead sisal out too, which is fine. You're going to get some of those loose ones in there anyway. And you're going to bend the tree a little bit, but it's on that wire stick just like those guys do with the drills. And I've done these, and I can't get them to come out near this nice. Maybe if I practiced on 200-300 of them, it'd be great. But I don't necessarily need 200-300 of these things. And one thing that's nice about these, they come with these nice little bases that you stand in your little holiday village. So you can go and work them out and hold them up, and then you can hold them up for, makes it easier for spray painting a little later on. I'm going to show you how we get this Christmassy aqua green, not a normal pine tree color, taken care of here in just 1 second. Let's go ahead and just keep brushing. I'll show you this and fast forward in so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Okay, as you can see, I've taken the brush and I've gotten quite a bit of the flocking off. Now, there's obviously still some little pieces here and there, but they're not as bad, and you can live with this. So it's actually going to get pretty easy now for what we're doing. So just hang on. All right, so as I was saying, it's got this funky teal green, not totally at all a normal pine tree color. I don't even know where in Santa's Village they would have teal pine trees, but whatever. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put 2 different kinds of paint on. And the first one I'm going to go on with is a Rust-Oleum Meadow Green, because I didn't want to go with the dark hunter green, because Even though this is teal, it's already pretty dark. So it'll definitely give us that back shading that we want, that you would want in a tree anyway, where it's darker in the middle. So it's already done a good job of that, and so that's what I want to leave. But I want to kind of just flesh it out a little bit with a regular green color. So we'll just shake this up, and we'll go ahead and just, at a distance of about a foot, 15 inches or so, just even maybe a little less, just come in there quick and hit the spray can, get underneath it. It's going to get in there deep, and so you're still going to get that dark green mesh with that teal, but you're already starting to get a much better appearance, and that flocking is gone. Again, the flocking might still be in there, but already look at it right there. Now this is more of a Christmas tree color if you ask me to begin with. It's more of that dark green kind of thing, but again, still not quite exactly what I want to see here. So I want to go and highlight the outside. Now this is where I get a little more further away to get the light spray, but I got this green apple Rust-Oleum. Also, you can get it at Walmart, pretty cheap, again, and make sure you're in a well-ventilated area, like I'm outside today. So just do that, and you'll be fine. But now, like I said, this lighter color, I don't want to get all the way in there because trees aren't light all the way out there, but you still want to get a little bit of a lighter sheen. So I'm about a foot and a half away, and just very quick, light, powdery dusts. Not so much underneath because you're not going to see it as much, but there you go. And so there you go, just a few quick sprays, and you have yourself, you can still see the dark in there a little bit if this camera shows it really well, but you got a little bit of a lighter on the outside, and you got a little bit of a dark in there, and it gives you a little depth, and again, not much expense. About a $2 cat brush for brushing them out, maybe $3 for a 3-pack of these at Hobby Lobby, or wherever you get them. Sometimes you get the bigger packs at Walmart cheaper, but a lot of them come with that 9-inch and 2-inch, and some of those smaller ones are great, and I've got a few smaller ones to try too that I'm going to do this with, but they've also got the flocking on. So again, needless to say, a little bit of lightning there, and actually I got a little more I want to put on here as the neighbor kid bounces his basketball while I'm filming, and now the dog's going to bark at him. But again, it's going to kind of give it a quick hit yet, not so much. There we go. Just a little bit, and then kind of blend it in a little bit more just to kind of get that done. So as you can see, that's not just too bad, is it? Right back. So as you can see here, this is the one I did for you as a demonstration on the video that I just finished up here. This one I did a little bit beforehand just to get you to practice it before I made a complete fool of myself on the video. Actually, this is the first one you saw in the beginning of the video, but this is the one I worked on. Again, not too bad. A little depth to it, a little bit of imperfection, but all in all, not that bad considering you don't have a lot invested. And already this one's starting to dry. It's not as tacky as it was. So there you go. So there you have it, guys. Not too hard, not too much work involved. Again, take a little brush or comb and get that out. Don't use a plastic comb. Didn't get the same results. It didn't do as good a job. But for the most part, for not a lot of time, not a lot of investment, and even if you get some of those trees from like China or something, the bristlebrush trees, or if you make your own, you know, there's great tutorials out there with guys making their own sisal trees. I can't get to come out and get these nice full trees. Now, I know trees aren't always full out in real life, but whatever, I'm not going to be able to. There's still some differences between them, and I can always take a scissors to them, but that's what I've got. That's what's working for me. So hopefully you found something informative in this video. Hopefully it gives you a little bit of another option when you're doing your trees out there. And if you've got some great ideas, well, of course, I'd love to hear about them as well. But there you go. That's what I'm doing on my N-Scale Railroad.